in and out of the chat room. So hi, bye yogis and Wrexham. Hey Bogoslav, great to have you join us again. Haven't seen you for a while. Heidi, Estera, Maria, Helena, Isa, Louise. Hello Louise, my lovely Louise. I'm going to wait for a few more people because we've had a little bit of technical difficulties. Hello Isa, how are you? I haven't seen you before, so my name's Mary. I do the ones in English. Looking a bit disheveled because we've had a little bit of technical problem. Hello Louise, all the way from Amsterdam. So we're going to have to go old school with the presentation because the technology wouldn't work. It was all going kabara. So can you all hear me? If you can hear me okay. I haven't even had time to put my face on. So it's hot in the city tonight, but we're going to roll on. We're going to talk about, yeah, brilliant. What we're going to talk about is our new products. We're going to talk about DNA. We're going to talk about why. I've got my own notes. I've got two things. We're going to talk about the connection, and it's Independence Day today in America, which is quite apt that we're here on the 4th of July, because this is one thing that Colway International can give you: independence, your own independence, your own business, but also a supplementary business that you, while you're working in your own job or you've got your other full-time employee, you can actually build a second income from Colway International. Or, you know, most people, because they love the product, they rather join the product at the partner rate. So this is some of the reasons why people join. So let me just go, because I'm going to have to be, bear with me, I'm going to have to go here and look at my notes because it's all it is. And nothing was to work tonight, technically. So what we're going to be covering is, let me tell you, it's the Rolls Royce of skincare. And the reason why it's the Rolls Royce is because of our new products. And conceptually, when this new DNA came out, I was like, oh, you know, it's very technical, it's very advanced, you know, you need to be a biochemist to really understand what's going on. So I got an expert to explain it to me. I was sitting here preparing some notes the other week. Hey, Bye Yogas, what's your name? And you're in Wrexham, so up near Wales. This is great to have you join us. Got Wales in the house. I know we've got Bogoslav down in the south. We've got Dee up in the Midlands. Estera, Maria, whereabouts are you? Isa, where are you? Helena, I haven't seen you for a while. I can't remember where you are. I know Louise is in Amsterdam. So let me know where in the world you are. Oh, Milan in Italy. Fantastic. Oh, is this Isa? Isa? How exciting. Is this Isa in Milan? Oh, fantastic. Great to have Milan in the house. Brilliant. Yes, brilliant. Bristol, fantastic. So we're in the West Country. We're getting people popping in and out. This could be when you're on your mobile device that you're, hello Anna from Ireland, there we go. We've got Ireland in the house. So it's fantastic to have you all. North Wales, lovely. I think North Wales, just getting there for Wales, it's just a great opportunity for you because there isn't a lot of Colway people in Wales. So for you in those parts of the country, and obviously, you know, Colway International, we're just going into year 2. Let's see where we are now. May, June. So we're 14 months since the launch of Colway International. Yes, really, Wrexham, there's, you know, there's probably a big community, but from partners and people that are running the business, you've just got a great opportunity in Wales to sort of build a good customer base. You know, if that's your intentions or your goal, depending what your goal is, you know, what it is you want, whether you join to just to get the partner rate, you know, depending what your goals are. So what we're going to do tonight is learn the #1 difference between Colway DNA and the world's most expensive serum. And I had somebody call me this was a few weeks ago, from an event we did here in London, and this is before Colway International launched. This was just pre-Colway International. For those of you in the know, this was the original Colway, you know, Kolagen Colway, you know. So pre-Kolagen Colway International, we were at an event here in London, Highgate, and we actually went with the intention of just, you know, checking out what was going on. It was a really beautiful, quite posh event, you know. Had some celebrity guests, and one of those celebrities was, in fact, the Queen's hairdresser. That was very exciting, meeting the Queen's hairdresser, and he was a lot of fun. Great chat and entertainment, and you know there are some pictures on Instagram, you know, our official Instagram of this guy. You know, great fun, and he's been the Queen's hairdresser for quite a long time. There was also a guest speaker who was, she's very famous here in the UK, and the reason she's so famous is because, I mean, I didn't personally know her because she's kind of before my time, but she was famous being the woman, and I don't know if somebody's outdone her now, but she was very famous for having the most plastic surgery in the world. So this woman has had, I don't know how many procedures, but looks amazing, you know. Obviously close up with a different thing, but still a lovely, beautiful soul. Great woman, done a great talk, was very inspiring. I did actually feel a little bit sad for her, to be honest, because I think, oh, you've gotten to this far in life and you haven't accepted yourself. But you know, people have to make their own choices. But a beautiful soul. So I had a phone call a couple of weeks ago from somebody who we'd met at that event, looking for our collagen because they bought some there, they got some and they loved it, and they were like, oh, we've been trying to find you and search for you. And then DNA came, and they're going, what collagen should I get? You know, I'm looking for this, this, and this. And you know, she asked me, what's the difference? What is the difference between our Colway, our Colway DNA, our Colway Gold, and obviously our Colway Pure? So I'm going to be telling you. I'm going to tell you tonight what the difference is. Obviously, you know now the connection with the Queen of England. You know, her hairdresser was there, and we had great fun and chatting away, and very interested in, you know, using the products, and so interested on how we could actually have a product that was natural but still give the results that these some of these dramatic plastic surgery give, or you know, the injections. You know, if people want to do that, fair play to them. You know, that's up to them. I've never been a fan of messing with nature. You know, I'm quite happy with what God gave me. You know, sometimes waking up in the morning, or quite right now, maybe not looking the best because under the lights, the bright lights and everything, and the technical challenges, but still, you know, very blessed to, we've got to make the most of what we've got. And using the collagen product is definitely for myself, and I'm sure, hey Jade, you go to welcome aboard. So using the products, you can actually physically see, you know, I'm getting into I had a big birthday last year, the big 4-0, so you start looking in the mirror, and I never thought I'd be one of those people, but you do start looking in the mirror and you think, cool, things are changing slightly, and you know, we will always want to look our best, we want to feel confident, and sometimes when we don't feel our best, our confidence slips, and sometimes having a little bit of help, you know, and something in the way of a product, and something that's natural, that's good for you, is an easy fix. So I know myself, I've had phenomenal results with my skin, particularly with the skin texture. Those of you who've been on my webinars before know how I rave on about supplements and all my favorite products. But I really want to talk tonight about the difference between three main collagens. You know, what's different between them, what makes them unique, and you know, what makes them different to what's on the market at the moment. You know, because there are lots and 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 even more, a lot of products, because collagen has become a big buzzword. You know, collagen this, collagen that, collagen everything. So everyone's heard of collagen. You know, there's collagen everywhere. So we want to say thank you to all these other companies for getting the name out for us, so we haven't had to spend any money. So now we've got have all this free advertising from all of these other companies spreading the word about collagen. But of course, those of you that have been working with collagen for a while, you're familiar with the results you're getting yourself on the skin. You will know that when you look at the ingredients, if you go into any pharmacy, into any high street chemist, or wherever these other products are sold, at the department store, if you order online, and you actually look at the list of ingredients, and normally with ingredients, you can tell the quantities by whereabouts they are. If you, I think I was probably a bit of a geek kid, or you know, maybe just didn't have enough reading materials or something. But sometimes just to, I was obsessed with reading, you know, ingredients and reading labels and stuff. So got to sort of get familiar with some of these scientific terms. So normally, whatever's at the end is usually what the least in the. So whatever's the most tends to be at the beginning, and then whatever is the least quantity tends to be at the end. So in most of these really, really expensive creams and potions and serums, and the quantities of the collagen is so minute. I mean, it's just literally maybe a percentage or maybe 2% of the actual overall product. So it could be thinking that you've got a base moisturizer, and then they put in a couple of drops of collagen, and then of course you have to look at where the source of that collagen is, where that collagen is sourced. Most collagen, because it's cheap, is sourced, you know, bovine or porcine. I can't really say, so that's the animal product. It's either cow, you know, where it's cowhide. So what cowhide is. So if you think of leather goods, the collagen is in between. So when they take skin, you know, the cowhide off, you know, if you're making leather goods, it's that piece in the middle that the collagen comes from. Yeah, that's it. It's hydrolyzed. So it's actually hydrolyzed, and what that means, it's being pumped with hydrogen just to keep it moist, to keep it living. And of course, our collagen hasn't got any of that because it's already a living product. It's alive, it's active. And this is where, when we launched internationally, it's been phenomenal for us. And the rate at which it's grown, and the rate the buzz has grown, and people getting involved, it's been. And I know lots of you who are, you know, the team leaders and the directors and the business partners, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, I can't keep up with this because there's so many people wanting to find out, want to join my team, and it can be because we're at the beginning, even though the company's been going for 13 years, so it started in 2004. We're actually going into the 13th year since Colway was born. Colway International was born in May 2015, so I celebrated our birthday not so long ago. And since then, you know, things have been going really at a fast pace as we've been kind of creating everything as we go along, and you can see all the buzz and the activity. You know, if you're on the Facebook page, you can see all the events that have been hosted, and getting everything in place, and all the conferences, and obviously all the summer parties, and it's a lot of fun. You know, we have a lot of fun because, you know, we like to have fun. So this is part of the job, having fun, going out, getting together, having fun, and that's one of the beauty of business, is you actually get to hang around with who become your friends, because it is almost like a family, and that's something that really resonates with me, being part of something bigger than myself, being part of something that is inclusive, being part of something that cares about me. And I'm not just talking about myself as a company trainer, I'm talking about those that are working with us in the UK, our partners, our business partners, as we're growing, as we're going onto international scene, as we're getting new people involved. It is being part of something bigger. And I think that is definitely something that's lacking in the world, where there's so many things out there that sometimes it can be difficult to, and overwhelming really, because it's overwhelming to what you're going to get involved in, because obviously we have our hobbies and what we're interested in, but because there's just too much going on there, we can get kind of a little bit detached, and we get overwhelmed, And I know definitely here in the UK, and I know you guys who are in the UK, you would have felt it recently with what's happened in the past week. You know, there's been a lot of strange goings on, not a very pleasant environment because of the confusion, the fear, and not knowing this. And, you know, thankfully that's cleared, and the weather didn't help either. So we're definitely heading into the summer, and great things are coming. And of course, Colway, having fun, having a party. We've got our summer launch. We've got our summer launch, our summer drive to bring new partners in. So this is a great time because naturally most people step down and cool off in the summer, and they sort of, especially if you've got children, go on your summer vacation, your holiday, and the children have finished school. So you naturally start sort of shutting down, easing off, taking things easy. And it's also a time of reflection, a time to sort of, obviously September is such a big time for growth and learning and education and learning new skills. So naturally in the summer months, particularly July and August, we tend to spend those times reflecting. So we look at what it is we're doing, what we want. So it's a really good time to start thinking what do you want? What would you like to have happen for the next part of, before 2016 ends? You know, what would you like to happen before we hit 2017? Because it felt like 2016 maybe got off to a bit of a slow start, and then all of a sudden it's like Easter, then it's summer, the summer has hit us, and it's like, oh my goodness, you know, time is really flying, and then the year is just going to be 2017 soon. So before the end of the year, or before the end of the summer, what would you like to do? What can you do to make the most of this summer? Make the most of this summer offer that Colway actually put together. They've actually put this summertime offer together for you, anyone you've been talking to, anyone you've been in contact with, to actually introduce them to Colway International, to actually share with them what Colway International is all about, how to use it, what you can, you know, how you can introduce people. So this is a great time now in the summer that you can casually conversation, share information with people, because you're a partner. Once you go and log into your dashboard, and I think everybody's a partner. If there's anyone, if you're not a partner, I think you can let me know. If you're not already a partner, I think everyone is a partner in the business. I'm just going through the names. Are you a partner, or are you just coming to see what we do? So, because some people, you know, we open these trainings up to everybody, and I think it's important that because of the decision making, you know, people have to know it's right for them. So, and I think, you know, if you have someone who's interested, just send them the link to the webinar. Let them come, let them see who we are, let them learn a little bit about us. Send them a link to some article or what's going on. There's a lot of videos within the dashboard as well that you can share with people. Great one on the products, very short as well, so you don't have to send them a really long, long drawn out thing. There's a very short video on there, which is about, I think, less than 2 minutes. So it's a great thing to. I don't know how to change my name here. Oh, I don't know either. But what is your name? If you tell us your name, and then I will tell you what your name is, because it might have been what you logged in with. So, and then we'll all know what your name is, and I will tell everybody what your name is. Carolina, am I saying it right? It makes me want to sing, but I won't, because of, oh, Carolina, no, I won't. Oh, sweet Caroline. Okay, I'll stop singing now. Sorry, it's the summer. We're going to have a great day. The kids are off. Well, my son's off tomorrow because the teachers are on strike. So we're going to have a good day tomorrow. But so Carolina is here. Everyone else is here and joining us. So I want to talk about our collagens. So you obviously know about our collagens. Who knows about our collagens, and who's used the collagen, and which one is your favorite? And have you used the DNA yet? And have you used the gold? And a lot of questions, isn't it? You know, it's a lot of information, and because it's new, it can be overwhelming. Like I said myself, when it first came, because it's DNA, and you think, oh, DNA, that's what I am. I'm my DNA. You know, This is what we're made up of as human, our DNA. I have clients with acne use collagen gold with amazing results. Yeah, collagen gold is phenomenal for acne, scarring, any skin conditions. The collagen gold is phenomenal because of the added ingredients. So I'm going to start with our good old Collagen Pure. So this is just our pure. I'm hoping I can get it in the light. The native, our pure native. This is our pure collagen, used DNA and pure now. Yes. So this is fantastic. So our pure collagen. And also, you know, when you're talking to clients or you're talking to somebody, you're demonstrating it, you're sharing about it, it's very important that you actually tell people how to use this. Because sometimes you can actually give them a bottle of the pure and think, oh, sorry, my lighting's a bit off. So it's important that people on the gold, yes, you're on the gold, Steve's on the gold. So the gold is phenomenal as well because you're going to get really great results. I still love the pure. I do love the pure. I've used, but for me, it's almost like I find something and I'm like, oh, I love you. I'm keeping you forever. Yeah, the pure, exactly, eczema, that's what I was going to say, because we had someone, and Dee can verify this yesterday, and she'd done a treatment on someone who had severe eczema. I'm not too sure what Atella collagen is out of comparison. I'm not too sure. Is that with the original Colway? I'm not too sure what Atella collagen is. Without comparison, I'm not too sure what Atella is. Okay, so with the pure, great for eczema, great for any scarring, great for any skin conditions. You know, I've had people use it that have had, hello Kasha, great to have you join us. Great for anyone who's got scarring, needs healing. Sunburn, my skin, honestly, I put sunblock on, I literally have to just look at the sun at this weather and I'm burnt. So because of my skin, I've got literally no melanin. I'm like a ghost. So if you've ever watched Casper the Friendly Ghost, that is me. My skin is like Casper. I've got no protection at all from the sun. So putting sunblock on, and I literally walk outside for a second and I will catch the sun. But the collagen has saved my bacon more than I can even talk about, because I literally put it on. It heals my skin instantly, cools it down, and then it doesn't peel. So also my daughter, she had a piercing in her belly. I didn't agree with that. She just worked it on her father. She had, and then of course got it infected because she wasn't looking after it, because she didn't tell her mother, did she? So it became quite infected because she wasn't cleaning it properly or looking after it. And then one day, just one day of using Collagen Pure, the infection had totally cleared up, totally healed. So this is phenomenal. I mean, you don't have any UV filter lotion. Oh, I get you. Okay, great, fantastic. So Collagen Pure, pure natural, only 5 ingredients. 5 people, 5 ingredients. So it's just water, collagen, carpal glycol, elastin, and lactic acid. These are actually naturally found in our own skin. So what it replicates the collagen in our skin exactly. So the collagen we have in our own skin, this is replicated. And you all know that the source of our collagen is fish. We get our collagen from carp and very ethically sourced. We have our own production and a long-term, and we get the purest, freshest of fish, and it's extracted under, really good conditions. It's very fresh, it's bottled straight away, and then, you can use it straight away. And it's also important for some people, somebody can, if they've got very dehydrated skin, they can apply it straight on the skin. So I'm just putting some on my hand at the moment. But ideally, you want to have damp skin. So it's important that you talk to someone and you say, use it on a wet, damp skin. And the reason is because it's so concentrated and it actually leaves an invisible film on the skin. And some people like that, some people like that feeling, because as it gets dry, it becomes, sorry, I'm patting my hand, it becomes dry and tight. And some people love that feeling. And if their skin is particularly dehydrated, so that means that their skin is lacking moisture, their skin will just literally suck all that moisture out, they'll suck all that collagen off. But what happens is, because it's leaving a fine film on the skin, and when I say film, I mean almost like a tiny layer. What can happen if they then don't allow that to properly set, or they go on and then they're rushing in the morning and then they try and put their moisturizer on top? What happens? It actually starts. It's almost like, if you can imagine you've got a little bit of a mask on, it would actually start to peel. So when you use, I thought my hand has been quite dehydrated. It's soaked right in. So it was, when you use water with it, you can actually massage it in. You don't need a lot, it's less is more with our collagen because it's so concentrated, and you just massage, as long as it's massaged properly into the skin. You just have to spend time massaging it in, and it just goes straight in. Wow, my hands are very dehydrated. They really needed that collagen. So because my hands really need the collagen, it's gone soaked straight in, and my skin, this feels like a baby form. So, but if the skin isn't that dehydrated, depending on, if you think at this time of the year, if you've got a bit more oily skin, or someone who, the pores, I tend to have a combination skin, so the pores get a bit larger, and as we sweat, we get hot, the pores open a bit more. So at this time of the year, because we're actually a bit hotter, sweating, our pores can become enlarged, so we're then going to be soaking in the collagen a lot quicker. But if you think in the winter months, or someone who's got very dehydrated skin, so back to the person, with the eczema. So when you think of, if you've seen skin with eczema, it's severely dry, it's severely sore, it's cracked, it's almost where it's almost on fire, the skin is so painful, and it's almost like cracked. So if you think, you've ever seen, I'm trying to think, if you've seen anything outside, so think about if you've left anything with metal, or with a covering, a coating on outside in the after you left it outside, it's been caught in the rain, it starts to rot, starts to peel. That's almost what the skin looks like. It becomes very sore. So it needs the hydration. So when you put this on skin with eczema, it's just gonna love it, because it's going to be it's just getting all this nourishment and moisture, and it's going to go, it's going to just soak it up, and it's going to soothe the skin as well, because the collagen just helps and calms the irritation and the redness. It just instantly calms it down. So it's a great thing for eczema and any skin that's been burned. So when you think now with this warm weather, if you do get sunburn, especially if you've got really fair skin, you look like Casper the Ghost, this is great to put on. And I as much as I try to put some on, because literally my skin, I just cannot spend any great time, and particularly when it's high noon and the sun is very high in the sky, I need to put the collagen on regularly. And what I tend to do, even though we can have it at any temperature, I do store mine now in the fridge in the summertime, so I can have this really cold collagen to use. So that's the Collagen Pure. Great for, there we go, scarring, eczema. Also, again, if there's any joint pain as well, you can actually rub it into the joints. Sometimes some people have some arthritis. Obviously, we've got our supplements which are more recommended for that, because then you're taking collagen internally, so you're going to get a better result than you can combine both. But that's the Collagen Pure. And then we're going on to the gold, and we've got lots of people. I'm not going to open the gold because somebody wants this. So the gold, somebody wants this gold, and I can't open it because otherwise I won't be able to give it to them. So this is the Collagen Gold. We've already had some great testimonials here in the chat about the results people have been getting with gold. So you think problematic skin, someone who's got acne, so they've got raised skin, so you could have whiteheads, blackheads. So the difference between a whitehead and a blackhead is a whitehead tends to be raised, so it tends to be bumped. It's almost like almost an overstimulation of keratin, which is found in our hair, but it's also found in our nails and our skin. And we don't tend to have as much of it in our skin, but it's actually an overproduction, and you get a blockage, and you'll see these little whiteheads coming and almost like bumps on the face. So the gold is great for having that because it's got the retinol, so that will actually help to get sort of eliminate the dead skin, also to help to clear and to clarify the skin. And also, it has obviously the gold, the Kolagen Gold. It's got Kolagen Silver. Mary, did you ask Paulina for pictures? She's got quite a lot of pictures of before and after. Yes, I have, but definitely we've just got a little bit of technical issues, and that's why I'm only showing you the Colway International, because the slides. Yeah, love Paulina. I was very fortunate to be a model when Paulina came to the UK, and I had phenomenal results. She gave me a pure collagen facial, and wow, you know, wow. So she's phenomenal. She's our wellness trainer. If you're fortunate enough to be able to understand. Hello, Barbara. That's my mum's name, so I'm thinking, is that you, Mum? I was in her training as well. Yeah. Oh, you were there. Oh, you were here on the training. Okay, yeah. So, hey, Barbara. Yeah, before. So what happens with, yeah, I haven't got any before and after pictures, but we've definitely got lots on our Facebook pages. If you've got some yourself, if you're new, you're using the products, you're having great results, it's very good for you to start taking the pictures. Or even, you know, it's even, Facebook is brilliant for this, because when you see someone, you can actually go back, you can see yourself, and I know a lot of times, particularly us ladies, we will maybe wear makeup, cover up, and we're not going to be posting pictures of ourselves looking like you do. But if you've got pictures where you've taken and you can see before and after, you might have them saved on your phone or something, it's good. And the thing is, you don't have to put them publicly if you don't want to, but you can show them to them privately. And I know Louise has had some brilliant results with her customers and some great pictures before and after with quite a severe case of hello, Vladimir, great to have you come. It's great to see all the familiar faces and the newbies. So all the way from Canada, so we're definitely, this is how international we are. We're all over the world, so we're literally dominating. And I know, sorry guys, for those of you who, I mean, I'm not Polish, but you know, I was rooting for Poland in the European Cup, and they nearly done it, so well done. No worries. Hello, Magdalena. Belgium in the house. Belgium done great. Sorry to be talking about football, but we've had the European football. So Belgium done really well. I think they're in the quarterfinals, aren't they? So I'm not too. I haven't been watching football. I might post on Facebook saying I am, but I'm not really doing it. But hey, great people coming in, joining us. So these guys have built phenomenal teams. You know, they are not. No, they're out now. Are they? Oh yes, they got. I think I can't remember who. Was it Germany? Or I don't know. They got beaten anyway, so they're out. So, but it's good. All good fun. So, talking about the gold. So we've got the added ingredients of the Kolagen Gold, the Kolagen Silver, the retinol, which actually helps with clearing and clarifying the skin. So when you think of any problematic skin condition, again, scarring is very good for repairing and healing the skin. And the gold, we've had phenomenal results. And plus, again, with fine lines and the start of wrinkles. You know, once you've got wrinkles, unfortunately, and you can say this with your when you have customers or anyone you're talking to. Hello, KTP. So what a great name. Love your name. What you can actually say is, you know, anything that's deep set, if you think someone's got very, very deep wrinkles, they're not going to be able to get rid of those lines. If they've had that line on their face for 20, 30 odd years, whatever, 50 years, you know, you're not going to be able to get rid of it, but you are going to be able to smooth it out. So if you think of your skin and underneath the surface of the skin, almost like the foundation, and as you plump that collagen up, it will pop out and it will naturally smooth out, and it will smooth out the appearance. I don't know if there's should be saying this, but there's a news reporter here, and I don't really watch the news very much, but it's just every time I see her, it's so shocking. She's quite a young, very attractive, beautiful woman, and she reads the news here, and I can't remember what channel, but her face is kind of like, you know, she's had so much Botox or whatever she's had done. It's just her forehead doesn't move, her eyebrows don't move, literally nothing moves on her face apart from her eyes. And then you just see, read the news, and it's like a really horrible story. And she's like, and nothing else is, she's got no expression. So it's kind of, you're going to get these kind of results, but without that frozen face look where you're like, no expression at all. So, and especially if you've got kids or grandchildren, you don't want to have your face where you can't move, and you don't have expression, because this is how, particularly babies, you know, this is how they learn, and they respond and interact. So, you know, they need to be able to see a full range of expression. So, you know, people want to get Botox, you know, that's up to them, but Collagen Gold is just like Botox in a bottle. So, you know, you're going to get the same results, but it's natural. You're not going to be putting poison into your face or botulism or mold. You know, really, that's what it is. So get a pure natural look, make your skin look amazing, have clear the skin, have great results. That's the Collagen Gold. And then on to DNA. DNA, baby. So this has been, again, sorry, I'm trying to, so you can see, I'm sure you all know it, and already those that have been using it have had phenomenal results. And what is it? And I will be honest with you, I couldn't really get my head around, because it is quite technical. It's biochemistry, and you know, science wasn't my strongest subject at school, let's put it that way, especially chemistry. It's like, oh. But my little man explained it to me. He's an expert, really loves anything to do with building and science and maths and all these things. And I was doing some work on my laptop the other day, and I said, look, I'm going to go to an event tomorrow, and I need to sort of just learn a bit more, because I need to talk about this. And this is just when it's literally launched. It's literally just gone into the shop, and I'd only just taken delivery of it that day. And I said to him, and he's 9, my little boy, he's 9 years old, and he was saying, oh, so what is it? And he was asking me lots of questions. And the great thing about somebody asking you questions, and this is where sometimes when you're in a situation, a friend or a customer or a client, and they ask you questions, and it could be, oh, they're asking me loads of questions and I don't have all the answers. But it's a great learning thing when people do ask you questions, because then you actually get to think about it, and you can actually, you know, get the old brain cells working, and you start thinking, well, what is it exactly, and what does it do? And he was able to explain it to me in such simple language that I was like, wow, this boy's a genius. But it purely is DNA. Obviously, that's down in our cells, our DNA code. This is what makes us unique. So when if you think a DNA test, you know, the genetics tells, you know, we all where we come from, where we originate from, and then all the different things in our DNA. So the strands of DNA, and so actually collagen, native collagen combines DNA. So what happens when you use the DNA? It just travels deeper into the cells, so, and then replicates what's going on and where there's a lack, and replicates it exactly as it should be. So my little man, he was able to, so he goes, it's like building blocks, isn't it? It's just like you're building a foundation, and you're going down into the cells, and you're looking at where something needs to be replaced, and then you're just putting the blocks in there. So that's exactly what DNA is. It helps to rebuild the building blocks of our skin. So where the collagen is lost, where there's a need for nutrition, nourishment, hydration, whatever it is our skin and our cells need, this is what collagen DNA is. And somebody asked me, and I'm going back to this lady who phoned up and I had spoke to for a couple of years when I was at this lovely posh event. We're hanging out with the Queen's hairdresser and lots of other famous people, because there was people there from Factor and all of these other people. I was like, oh, I know you off the telly. But this lady had asked, she's in her 70s, and she goes, oh, I really need something, I need something, give me your best collagen, give me the best you've got. I want the collagen and I want the best cream you've got. And obviously rejuvenating face cream from the anti-age range, and then the collagen DNA. And then when I went, because she only lives around the corner from me, she goes, what's the difference between this? And she mentioned a very well-known serum, which is one of the most expensive serums in the world. And she asked me, so what's the difference between this? And she's Irish as well. So she gave it in good old Irish accent. Oh, Mary, what's the difference now between this stuff and this other stuff that's, it's so expensive, in that tiny little bottle? And I said, I'll be honest with you, and her name, I won't tell you her name, but I said, it's just marketing. The only difference is marketing. That's the only difference between our collagen DNA and this very tiny, expensive serum that they sell that comes in quite large packaging, but when you open it up, it's just this tiny little ampule, this tiny little box, and the only difference is marketing. Our product is just, I would say, superior because it's pure, it's natural. We know exactly what's in the box. We know exactly what's in there. You get exactly you get exactly what it says it does. You can read the ingredients and you get a full size. So what it does is what it does on the box. It protects the cells in the DNA. That's what it does. It protects your cells. It actually puts a coating on your cell, so it's protecting your cells from further damage. It increases the synthesis, synthesis. It improves the production, which would be an easier word for me to do, of collagen, and also the nutrients in the skin. So when you think about what's down in your skin layer, or if you learn, particularly for those of you who are therapists in the training tonight, or if you learn anything about the different skin layers, you've got 5 different layers, and down into the different layers of what's going on there and what the nutrients are and what's feeding the skin. This actually increases those, widens peripheral vessels. I'm not very good with my R's, that's why. So when we've got our blood vessels that carry all the nutrients, and not just blood vessels, there could be vessels for our bile or waste or fluid or nerves, any kind of vessels, any kind of passages, blood vessels, any kind of vessels in a body. So a vessel is really a carrier. So you think anywhere where there's a traveling of a nutrient or waste or anything through the skin, there's an accumulation of that. So this actually widens that, so there's no blockages. So it just means that the body works more productively, the skin works more productively, the skin works as it should. That's why people are getting phenomenal results for this, because it's not just rebalancing, you're going down deeper into the cells and restoring, waking up, replicating, regenerating, and actually getting those building blocks back into the skin. And also, because of what's the ingredient, the active ingredients, you've got nucleic acids, so that's DNA and RNA, and you've also got, and they are actually an extract of salmon roe. So salmon roe is, I would almost say, like caviar. I'm probably not with you guys from Koszalin that are a bit more knowledgeable about this, because I grew up in the west of Ireland, so we didn't really have the roe. We were more like the mussels and the oh, you can't hear anything. Hopefully it could be your sound. Can everyone else hear me? Everything could be cut out. So in Ireland we have the oysters, we have the salmon, we have all these other types of fish, mussels, all these different types of seafood. So in different areas of the world, wherever you are by the sea, you're going to be rich in different foods. This component comes from Japan. Okay, the roe, so the salmon roe. So it's like caviar. So it's almost, it's probably the wrong terminology to give it, because for those that are very specific, it probably had, yes, thank you, Boguslav. I've just said that it's not caviar, but for me to make it simplistic, it's a similar type. So from a simplistic point of view, and it's a roe. So caviar is normally a roe of a particular fish. So, and then we also have the keratin. So that is also almost what it's the building blocks in the cells. And then we also have copper peptides. So again, copper is, but it sounds a bit funny. Yeah, but you know me and you had our one-to-one sessions when I thought you were a gal, but then we had a good laugh, me and Bob's class. So the copper again is a really important thing to get into our system. We need copper, and again, when you think about that, where you leave something in water and it rusts, and aging, copper, we need copper within our body. So a lot of times, if it's the old-fashioned, when we had problems with our joints, people would wear these copper bracelets because that would help to balance the neurons and neutrons or something in the body. So again, having copper brought that into the body is very, very powerful. So that's what's in the DNA. And the only difference between it and some of these really, really expensive serums on the market is marketing. And if you look, I was at an event quite a while ago now, and there was this, now that you mentioned Japan, Bogoslav, there was a Japanese guy there, Japanese company, they had this serum stuff, and it was like, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread, and wow, this is brilliant, and it was like £200, and I was like, what in here that makes it so great? And he goes, oh, well, it's like a secret ingredient. And I was like, okay, so what is the secret ingredient? We're at the thing then, come on, I'm not going to be running off telling everyone what the, and he's like, oh, and if you look at the list of ingredients, it's a list of chemicals. And again, when you look at the list of ingredients and you look at the percentages and you look where the collagen or the really important things come up on that list of ingredients, and there must have been at least maybe 50, 60, 70 different ingredients. That kind of tells you. And this is the guy who was, their face, he was the guy that was sort of promoting and building the thing, and he didn't know and he couldn't really explain. And I think because the average consumer, the average person doesn't really ask these questions. So sometimes ignorance is bliss, not knowing everything, not everything. Oh, that's it, fantastic. Work to fight. Fight and talk from Bogoslav there. So what you have to think about is looking at the ingredients, and sometimes ignorance is bliss, not knowing exactly everything. And this is where you don't need to know every single detail, because, knowing the list of everything and being able to read the instructions back to front, it's not going to build your business. Knowing every single thing and knowing that being the smartest person in the room isn't always the best thing. Being the person that's able to speak to people, engage with people, get people to trust you and know you and believe in you and know that when you tell them something, it's true. That's what's valuable skill. So sometimes, just having that know, like, and trust factor is much more valuable because you have this rapport with people, you build relationships, and that's how business is built. And that's how people come to trust you. And you don't have to bog them down in science. You don't have to tell them that, you don't have to read a whole list. And this and this, because most people will be overwhelmed because all they really care for is it going to clear my skin up? Is it going to get rid of my spots? Is it going to get rid of this pimple on my nose? Is it going to get rid of my pain if I'm taking supplements? Will it help me, if I'm really very tired, and I'm talking about supplements now, will it give me, because I'm struggling to get to sleep at night because I've been so stressful day, will that help me with that? So these are the most important things. So being able to speak at a more basic level, yeah, that's right, total or force, exactly. These are the products that you need. So sometimes it's good to have knowledge and it's good to know what you're talking about. But also that you educate yourself, but you also help people to explore and to share and to say, look, this is very good, and let people sometimes ask you those questions and say, well, I don't know everything because I'm new to this, or I can refer you to someone else, or I can send you to my website and you can read a bit more. And don't be afraid to be challenged with people. Don't be afraid to not know what something is. Because, just being the smartest person in the room, like I said, isn't always, just because you're the smartest in the room doesn't mean you're the cleverest. Sometimes being too much of a smart ass can be a bit of a turn off, because people are like, oh, can't get it, okay, it can be intimidating and overwhelming because somebody wants just a quick, basic action. And that's why children are a great feedback, because it's like my 9-year-old can explain it to me, and he can ask me questions, and I can explain it to him and make him understand. I think, yeah, that's a top result, because we really need to make it very simple. We don't have to complicate things. We just have to say, it works. Look at my skin, look at these, have these testimonials. We've had some phenomenal, great testimonials through this thread here tonight. So if you go through, you can look through and see some of the results people have had. I'm sure you've had your own results and your own great results. And I know Vladimir sent me a great one the other, we chat on Facebook quite a bit, and send me a great thing that some of his clients have been sending to him. And there's lots of great stories, great feedback, lots of people having phenomenal results. So just build on top of that. So build, wherever you are within the organization. If you're just a partner, and I've said that wrong, if you're a partner and you've just joined us and you're looking to sort of learn a bit more, understand a bit more on how this business can work for you, you're on the first step. The first step is using the product yourself. Understanding how it feels, how the texture is, getting those results for yourself, having that great story about how you went from this to this, and how since you've been using this is the result you've got, and being able to share that. And people will actually see, in your local community, your friends, your family, when they see you, they're like, wow, you look good, what have you been doing? So this is what you can actually do, and this is one of the great ways to actually grow and introduce people, because people will naturally want to know what you're doing, and what are you using, with friends. Hey, what are you using? What's your secret? I want to know your secret. So phenomenal stuff. Our three, these are our 3 collagens: our native collagen, our gold, and our DNA. And got the connection between there, royalty, but also it is on par with all the other products on the market that have been sold for a hell of a lot more, for maybe even 5-6 times more. And the only reason is that they're marketing, because they've had big marketing budgets and big PR campaigns to tell people that this, you need it. So we have to be grateful to them that they've actually got the word out for us, that they've been able to tell the world about collagen, and going in sometimes into shops and seeing their products in the bargain basement, because people aren't buying them, because after a while they keep buying these products and they don't work. And of course these stores have to get rid of the stock somehow, so then it ends up in the bargain basement, and you get a special offer sticker on it with 50% off or 75% off, because it doesn't work. So so we're very fortunate. Our stuff works. It's great. Everyone has great results, great family, great stuff. So hopefully tonight's been useful for you guys, and I've been able to help you and educate you. And look, already the time has flown by, and we only spoke about 3 products and a little bit in between. And it's great to have so many of you join us from all over the world. And obviously we're growing and we're going everywhere. We're getting to all I was going to say 4 corners of the world, but we're no longer flat, we're round, so we're going to all corners of the world. We're going everywhere, and I'm sure once they start operating to the moon, we'll be there too. But any quick questions, pop them in the box. Any feedback, anything you'd like to know, just pop them in there. I'll be back again in a couple of weeks. I'll be back on the 19th of January. No, where are we? July. It's a J month. So 19th of July, and I'll be doing more a business focused one, because I want to talk about when to advise gold and when DNA. I would actually look at what they want. If they're looking for skin conditions, so say for example your eczema, your acne, your scarring, all of those things, that would be good. But then also the DNA. So if this is a longer term thing and they want results quickly, and they want to rebuild, I would go with the DNA, because that is, if you think it's almost like a hierarchy, and it isn't, you know, all the products are phenomenal. You know, we've got our pure, which is, you know, obviously less expensive. We've got the gold with the added ingredients. It's almost like a medium range, and then we've got the DNA, which is kind of like our premium, you know, and they've got phenomenal results, and all of them. So the pure, so it's almost like, even for a budget, you know, if somebody's, you know, a bit restricted financially, they could maybe perhaps go for the pure because they're going to get the results. They're going to get great results. If they needed more, and you know that their skin, they've got a lot of scarring, they've got a lot of skin conditions, and they need, so that's almost like, you know, the Botox. And then you've got the DNA, and that's going to go down and really rebuild the cells, regenerate, rejuvenate, nurture, and they're going to have quicker results. And it's going to be on par with some of the most expensive products in the world that they sort of have. I used to work in Harrods, and we used to have, sometimes we'd have promotions, and they'd have things in glass cases with locks, and they'd have security guards around it, just to sort of let you know, whoa, this thing is really expensive. And I reckon we could do the same thing with our DNA, because that's how valuable it is. Okay, so yeah, you could use both back as well, yeah, if you want to use both. The price is not the same. No, the gold is £46 and the DNA is £55. So there's just a slight difference in the price. So that's it, guys. If you haven't got any other pictures, welcome, Awana. You just popped in there. We're just coming to the end of the training. So if you'd like to just pop anything in the thing, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Great to have you join me, and look forward. You remember, we've got our summer promotion, so look at what's going on. Getting people to join for £1. They can come and join. They get a shot for a whole year for just £1. It's a great time for you to build your team. If you're a partner, you know, want to be a business partner, get with 2 people and to become business partner status. If you are a business partner, you know, just that you want to get to the next level and manage or grow your team, you know, this is a great time. Use the summer. I know you want to sit back, kick back, relax, but, you know, think about what you can utilize this time when everyone, you know, you can go to social events. So it's going to be phenomenal. So guys, 10 o'clock. I know I started late, so thank you for joining. Great to see you, Izzy. Isa, lovely. Now, hopefully, we'll see you in September. We're seeing a lot of you in September in Warsaw, so it'll be great to see you in real life, and we can have great hugs and like, whoa, great to see you in real life. So it's going to be phenomenal. So have a great evening, and we'll hopefully get to come to Milan. That's what I want to come. Then I can come to Milan and we can hang out and we can drink loads of great stuff, and I see all your pictures, so I want to just hang out with you anyway. So, but thank you so much, and all of you for joining me, and see you in a couple of weeks. So I'll be on holiday mode. Yeah, Magdalena, I can't wait. You believe it, we'll be all in the same place. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all in real life. If you're going to be in Warsaw, obviously see you in September, but you can see my gorgeous face again in 2 weeks, just before I'm getting ready for my holiday off to Portugal. So have a great time. See you in 2 weeks' time. So we'll be back here again in 2 weeks' time, Monday the 19th, same time, same channel, and hopefully we won't have all of these technical stuff starting off. So great, Anna. Well, I might be popping over to Ireland in August, so I'll let you know, because I know you're right. You're my neighbour. You know, I'm in Galway, so you know, not too far from Ennis. So are you in Ennis or are you in? I keep getting it mixed up, but you know, we could always sort of arrange something there. So speak to you soon, guys. Have a great evening, great night. Lovely to have you join me, and see you in a couple of weeks. And make sure share on Facebook, share the groups, share everything, share from your page, get new people to join, tell the world about Colway. And good night, guys. Good night.